Grand rising to you all the star seeds and the light workers, all the patriots, all our allies, all over the world, particularly our Department of War. God Almighty continue to protect each and every one of you. Our ancient Father continue to protect you all. My next prayer for you today is you are totally well. In all your ways, when I mean well, I mean totally well. You've been able to form your own terms and your own narrative. Please, if you lay out of this very broadcast at any given time, today being the Saturday, 10th of January, 2026, as we are about going to permanent side. Please, you have to make sure you share this video massively among your friends. Most of us already aware that a major page have been suspended by Edoili. They spend huge amount of money to make sure our page were reported to Facebook, even without violations. But they can suspend our Facebook, but they cannot suspend the message that God has for his people. Please, if you are watching, don't hesitate to share. If you are watching, do not hesitate to share. Share among your friends. You know, I always tell us here, as it was scripted. You know, our journey to liberation, particularly with the Idu children, we are the Israelites that was in Egypt under captivity. You know, what our forefather couldn't do, what we are doing today. Moses couldn't do this. Isaac couldn't do it. Jacob couldn't do it. It now come to the time of Moses. Then the wing of change began to happen. Many of us will be going to church tomorrow, Sunday, 11th of January, with your Bible, but you don't read what's inside. We are the Israelites that the Bible was talking about. We are the one. And it come to a time there was a sense why God sent Moses to go and meet Pharaoh. Let my people go. But did Pharaoh just accept and let the children of Israel go? No. He didn't accept it. That's why you are seeing a lot of things today. Even when we have told the aliens several times with that number, this battle is not a winnable battle for you people. That's why I'm sending this message again, because God always sends warning before destruction. When Moses told Pharaoh, thus said the Lord of hosts. You know, Moses were called in that book of Exodus 3 verse 9. He said, I'm sending you to go and meet Pharaoh. Let my people go. Because the voice and the chanting of the enslavement, the people that were enslaved in Egypt, it became too much. So that's why God have hearkened to the voice of every Idu children. That's why we are sent to deliver this very message. He told him, let my people go. So many signs have been given to that palace, but the thing is just that they are trying to show strong head. We will see you lose. I think I heard recently, even I was told yesterday that by somebody with the call, I don't really know how truthful it is. Maybe people outside the palace are the one making this calls. But I was told by somebody well known in Uroringbe that they said they are coming to come and see our cargo. Then I now asked the person that was giving me the phone. I said, for what? He said they called him. I said, why are they seeing a cargo for? The message is very clear. Oba Bini should let Idu children go and tell Edo the truth. What happens? You know, I told you about the doomsday ahead of time. Nothing can stop what is coming. There is no sacrifices that can stop it. It's too late. Now, it will be more better. If you just go, okay, I'm letting you people go. I want to stay with you people. They cannot say, okay, go to a global side, go and create your local government and pack your slaves along. But if you want the war to be declared, every one of you, no one of you will stay alive. Because it is a scripted story. It's scripted. We are going to see it live. Nothing can stop what is coming. No social media bully that can stop this. It's too late. The peace deal you are trying to make is too late. We warn you beforehand. I know you guys are going to prove stubbornness. What are they going for? Go to Runingbe for? They are going to Runingbe to go and see the Okawa of Runingbe. To tell me to do what? To stop talking? No, to tell me to do what? That I shouldn't deliver the message that God has sent me? To tell me to do what? I ask you. Peace deal about what? Leave the land. The land is not for you. Let our people go. Tell them the story. Tell them the story. You are a stranger. Let our people go. It is clear. There's no peace deal. Nothing can stop it. They conspire to bring down my page. They conspire to bring down my page. I'm not supposed to obey you people, I obey God. So it is breaking from here. Oba Bini, let Idu Children go. Tell your people the truth. You know, this was how they belittle Moses. They belittle Moses. And this one that grew in front of the palace that day. Because Moses was a son of a nobody. Moses was a son of a nobody. He was not known. It was what Moses did that made his name to be in the Bible. It was not because of the family background. And he was not doing it to make name for himself. And the something they tell una now. Let Idu Children go. We might not be migrated to spend 40 days in the wilderness or 40 years in the wilderness. There's going to be a turnaround. There's supposed to be a turnaround. There will be shift in that very palace. Do your thing. Remove the fear. Tell the people, please. Now, the book of Joshua 24. Now, there was a sense why Joshua called the people. Because there was this misconception all the time. Misconception everywhere. And he found out that anytime they said, let's praise God, you see people dragging themselves by the zeal were not there. And Joshua never wanted to put the children of Israel to subjection, as in you are worshipping out of fear. Then he told them categorically clear. He said, choose, come, everybody come. Choose who you are going to serve. Now, I have a first one. Are you going to follow the Oba of Bini? If you like his doings, that is treating you well, to the name they give to him, that is Osaloba no giver. Now, he's really acting like that. Joshua said, follow. Then if it pleases you that you follow Idu, your father, do. If he also pleases you, follow Omila, Oloku, and all of what I said, do. He gave them 3 options. Then Joshua fell off make himself as a living example. He said, as for him, he's going to follow, serve the living God. Do you know, a lot of them follow the God of the Amorite, of which land that they dwell. A lot of them follow the God which they still believe on. When they use it here, that we're on the other side of the floor, they do. But so many of them follow Idu, their ancestors. I'm an Idu man. There are a lot of our people, even in the palace, most of the chiefs you are seeing in the palace, they are worshipping Oba as a result of fear by Yahweh. Leave the people and let them go. Because the doomsday ahead of time, it's too much. Leave them and let them go. You have lost it already. There's no way the palace can be there. There's nothing you guys will do. It's too late. Because before God sent warning, he always sent, before he sent destruction, or judgment, you always send warning. I told the Doyle, instead of them to channel this very message and digest our message with our true heart, believing that they also goes to church or where Mataya. Now, what is wrong about what we have been saying? They count our word to be nothing. The calamity that is coming is too mighty. The Kapwepwe can't stand it. He himself, you know, I told you that in this very Yoba himself go see Yoba, a lot of you think it's insult. It's not insult. That's just what's happening. If you are sensible enough, you should go and find out what's going to be happening. Allow Idu children to follow their ancestors. Very, very important. Edo alien are still unable to tell us the use of the palace and the Oba Bini. They are still unable to tell us. They are still unable. I don't really know the war they are fighting. Come and tell us. Do a topic like this. You don't just come wah, 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 wah. Very senseless set of people. In Galilee vain. God always send warning before judgment. Why is Edo alien calling for peace? Are you guys tired of war? And I'm making it clear to them here. The peace deal moved by the palace cannot work. It is too late. One tell them it's too late. Or when I feel hundreds of fake carnage, I feel nothing can stop it. If this is where we pass and go and recarnate again, this is far more better. Because this is a discernment we need to deliver it and free our people once and for all. Our Department of War are always ever ready. Our Department of War. We are not afraid of war. Then you have to discover to recover. I do alien is that time discover to recover. I want a do alien that the palace can no longer exist as they think. It can no longer exist as you think. The only way those zombies, these are the Edo zombies in one way. We not attack you when you talk about their Oba. It is when you accept that you are a slave like them. The only way a Doyle will not talk to you when you talk about their Oba. You have to therefore accept that you are a slave. That was why when Pedro were boggled, or when Pedro were in pain, he does not feel that pain to be anything. He was in your bog, your mogu. That's how they have been groomed. And there are a lot of things that everyone affording to get clear. It is biblical. If you read that Isaiah 62 verse 12, he said a nation that cannot serve its people must perish and will be utterly be ruined. Any nation who cannot serve his people in calamity, God is going to wipe up that very nation and bring in a new one. Now, to settle this very dispute, the truth is, you know, the reason why we came with that book of John 8 verse 32, I think one of the most quoted verse so far ever is the very activism. Is that John 8 verse 32? Wakbobone John. That's where the solution to all this problem is. They are not telling, even the people fighting for them, they don't even know the truth. That's why any one of them I always see doing this very media of a thing, they are fighting a tradition. They are fighting a tradition. Then I only get a close look. What is the tradition they are really protecting? Idealism? Abomination is what you know as your tradition. They don't even know what they are doing. That's why today I attack them against zombie. They don't know what they are doing. Now you can see a mass advocacy that nearly everybody is complaining on one particular thing. Leave them and let them go. If your peace deal must even work, if it must even work, it must have to be emblem with the truth. Tell us how your father came. Now so Ekaladera, whether Ekaladera tonto dodowa, tell them that is a lie. Tell them you invaded the land. You have benefited for 800 years. Because what is coming, you can't stop it. No PhD can stop it. Okay, imagine. Like this phone is what I use in broadcasting. How will this phone, a talk from this very strong job be dismantling or we doesn't shoot gun? In this thing right now, we have no leader. They have leaders everywhere. Okpebolo is their leader. Oba Bini is all these hotches in social media. They are looking onto the Oba. They are looking onto Okpebolo. They are looking onto Shomole. They are looking onto a lot of eminent personality in the state. That was why when this homo, this double cabron, slapped somebody in UK, he was given an award by some assembly, House of Assembly members. Now, who applaud for us? Nobody applaud for us. I don't even know Obaseki wear a bag. I cannot even say Obaseki that's inare. There are some part of this very struggle, me and Obaseki ideology doesn't. Obaseki want the palace to remain. Me is a lay. We doesn't need it. It is not useful for another. So you can see that we are on our own. Now, this very peace, if you are calling for peace, it must be between two parties. Who have told you people that he is the one spearheading this very thing that you are making peace with? What I just told you now, that's the move they want to make. They said they want to go and see Okairo of Ronigbe. Okay, the only person from Ronigbe doing media speaking the truth is me. I will wait for the Okairo to call me. Whether Ronigbe Bison as it's supposed to be. And the reason why they are believing in fear, we have come here to redeem the people. All what we put in here is true. Now you go to church tomorrow, you carry Bible in your hand, you read everything. Then why are you guys keeping some part of the Bible that you know as the word of God? What I'll be quoting to is not the word of God. Now what is bad about it? Allow us to worship Idu. Idu owns the land. Allow us to worship our Papa. Now why not just accept the fact that, okay, you have a Yoruba land. Bini Edo is very big. You can even carry one side. We give you a certain boundary. Our Edo alien, then you can't be like two countries. So I don't know why, because so many persons were groomed in this mentality of slavery, we are not the same. No that and no peace because the calamity that is coming. It won't fair happen in the Bible. It happened in the book of Joshua 24 verse 15. Go and read it. Joshua called the people categorically clear. He said, choose who you are going to serve. Now, I belong to Eridu. You yourself, you belong to Oba dynasty. Good. Do you know we can even live together? But don't boggle anybody to your palace. And relocate that palace away from there. Clean up the mess. Now, do you know Edo Alien don't talk about Agenda 2030? There's an Agenda 2030. Go and look at the mass protest right now that is happening in Ekboma. I told you guys from time, go and mass Uhosisi. They are not meant to protect you. Now, what have been the press statement from the same man who owns the land from wherever? Edo people have been shouting right from time. It is Oba that gave birth to Asian people. Now, the same people you are proud that you gave birth to, you are always dragging them when they are doing well. There is mass whatever right now. Have we see that the palace have deployed chiefs to run settlement? Now, who do you think is going to bring development to you? Now, every problem in this world today, I am your problem. This one we discuss, give to this one. Everybody watching me, except if I'm lying. It does not mean that when you are midst of friends, of your friends, they lead to life. There are people, the language they will use here in speak, the same way they settle an issue between Minister for Finance. When it comes to the Alba, they will bend it. Truth is not constant in them. It's not what you see all the time. There are special way they treat anything concerning the palace. That's why when I cook sakan, they nurture the man to cook a sakan. Whatever thing it does is fine. Now, if my people, for example, they want to take law into their hand, they will start saying, Oba Bini, look at the governor you gave to us. Oba was promising security. Oba did not call him to order. Ah, my son, go and renounce that word. He said he's going to be bringing insecurity. What are you seeing today? And who is the person that stood and said it is his own ancestors that brought this very people? Promise made, promise kept. If you guys are not making move to see how the state goes forward, and you want to make peace deal by calling one or two persons here, they worry if I want to recognize you when bonate wati no I worry I was say why ya ati bo wagwati wakati wa manu mano egbele. You both should go and be swearing. The best way you know you can solve this very problem once I solving it. Wakagima ya assassinated man there. All the old trade you guys have made is already all of them is in media. It is wagbona, and wagwale peace. All your dogs, you have not yet called them to order. All your dogs, who does not even know how to bark, all those chihuahua, you have not yet called them to order, but wagwale peace. Now you guys are not ready to tell us the main truth. Ah, this thing, magele nyawona, gimasi ana any and flourish. You have been there as a father for more than 800 years. Then what is working? You people cannot categorically say now, okay, look at what we stand with our people to gain. Error. Who are more than anybody ya me bear? Abu are more than anybody na moya. All you guys just do is to brainwash a lot of persons that you have a special tradition that promotes violence. A tradition that will give you tenacity to insult anybody that speaks the truth. A tradition that will give you tenacity to sleep with your sister. A tradition that will give you tenacity to use violence. A tradition that gives you tenacity to use the power to witch hunt your political opponent. That's why if they want to make sure they crumble anybody's political career, they don't look for way and tag you on back. And all the year, those useless aliens, when they hear that thing, Oghinoba, they are done. Now, the only solution to this very problem, I'm making my submission here, let Oba Bini, Edo State, Oba Eware II, let Idu Childr go. You are holding them into captivity. Let them go. Tell your people the truth. I come about the truth. Whatever atrocity that is behind it, we don't care to know again. Let us be. Nosotros quiero vivir. Es nuestra tierra. Es nuestro bosque. It's our ancestral home. It's not your own. You know quite all right. Stop wasting the life of these innocent children. Now let me play something to us. This was our Oguname. I will not call him blessed memory because dog be. I get right now, I need to work Bonnie will do seriously. This, the video that I'm going to show to you guys right now, this is Oguname. It's late now. Because
what Governor Obaseki is playing with now, this is something that is going to set a fire in his household that nobody will be able to quench.
Now, this very man, when it comes on media, he was like a demigod. A demigod. Do you know, he died in Edo State. The PALAC did not protect him. Now, what keep people like us alive? People, what keep us alive? It's just the truth. Maybe, apart from maybe occasionally, you know what I mean? Who are tall? Are you talking women? I'll never put a culture to this. Wow, no. There have been a lot of calamity. This boy died as a result of fighting for the palace. They call him Oguname. Do you know? Before he traveled to Nigeria, during that time, he was one Obaseki here due to the issue of artifacts. Because they are buying a lot of our people, because those ones, they are not telling them the main truth. That's the action of Robiegwa. Now, what is the motive behind it? That's what a sensible person should find out. Imagine when the Robiegwa, you are very free. But I don't do so. This is a spiritual revolution without ammunition. And our Department of War, it is deployable at any time. Anywhere I want to go and do video, I deploy one little man. Go and guide him. I'm a special vessel in this very mission. I'm not capping. I'm not capping. Now, this very guy, Oguname, not way no job security. Then, in another point, man, I came. Not the way you guys are flogging it. Not in way they say this guy not use my name ITC. Do you know? I was told, because most of the time, I know they like to they watch the video where anybody take talk to me. Because what I want may I hear not they apart from me. So just do a preaching like this. Okay, look at the reason why Oba must remain as Oba. Look at the reason why Idu Childr must have to succumb. It was a deed that was signed. Muna not worry. Because a new come. After we are 80 years of age, our life go better. They are not telling us the truth. They want to always measure the humiliators. That was how this guy traveled to Nigeria. Traveled to Edo. This very guy will welcome in Bini Airport by cultural dance. It's no more today. In the day of your calamity, or in the day when these people want to pronounce death on you, the only certificate of occupancy you have is the truth that you speak. All my claims is defendable. Check the book of Isaiah chapter 38 verse 1. Talking about Hezekiah. God sent prophet Isaiah to go and meet Hezekiah. He said, thus said the Lord, put your house in order. He said, you put your house in order. He said, this sickness is going to lead unto death. You can't survive it. Now, the only certificate of occupancy that Hezekiah have to show to God, he said, check my record. Let Oba of Bini and all these doing say, God, check my record. What God is going to check about their record? They don't have any record. Apart from, bo. Now, if Oba not really see Oba, why are they calling for peace deal? If Oba is not really seeing Oba, why are they calling for peace deal? Now, who is fighting them? Just a word from the mouth. We don't threaten anybody. We don't have military whatever. We are not on ground. We know that the most strongest department of war in terms of spirituality is our department. We own the spiritual space. Bring it on. We don't get Godfather. Any person you see doing video today, nobody give and guarantee say, what slap to ever, nowhere we will deploy. You know they, but they get money, they get lawyer. But we not get. But you get what we get what they not get. The truth. All our struggle is verifiable. At the final say, okay, they can only sue Newton. Mojo go remove a page. That was what they did. Come and sue me. That demanding for freedom. Everything I've quoted is scriptural. If I even quote now, say, okay, let me read the book of Isaiah 48, verse 22. There shall be no peace for the wicked. Then any person wickeding Edo people that is wickeding Idu Childr, there shall be no peace for him. Who waited here born Iran? Now, why is your father issues contrary to the Bible? No, why is it not in line when we are talking about people who have sued for the well-being of their cause? Don't you make mention of Moses all the time? Why? Because of the sacrifice he made to deliver the children of Israel out of Egypt when they were in captivity. Also look at the book of John 3:16. For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son, whosoever that believeth in him will not perish, have everlasting life. Why not also say, an eloquent man I mean Edo, that for Oba of Bini so loved the whole Edo people, that he did so and so thing, up till now match until the present, not by works. Let what he's doing speaks for him. If all of you, the very day you are sensible, you will not forgive yourself. Why did I even attack this man? What this man is saying is true. You don't want part of the... If they are going to watch this very video now, They are going to look at the heading. Yeah. Okay, wait till this boy right here today. He say, Oba Bini, let Idu Children go. Tell your people the truth. Who be this boy? Wait, go even mention about Bini. That's where we have problem. What I have done for humanity, Oba Bini have not done half of it. Bring the worst. Well, I don't know why you guys were out in Nana here. My like colleague, come and tell you in an eloquent manner. Look at what your father stands for. When we want to talk about characteristics of living things, you mentioned about reproduction, you mentioned about growth, you mentioned about respiration, you mentioned about movement. That is the character. Now, what is the characteristics of Oba apart from you go see Oba? Calamity. Whenever place you mention your Oba, if I do really mention Oba to you, they don't mention it to you because you are going to be getting blessing. They use to frighten you. They use to dehumanize you. They use to put fear in you. Oba name is used for all manner of atrocity in the world. Oba name is used for wickedness. Imagine, look at the inhuman that was done to Pedro. On which name did they do it? The name of Oba of Bini, Oba Ewari II. Tell me one particular good thing you have used his name to do that we are protesting right now in the name of Oba of Bini. The protest we had in Rome, we didn't hear that protest in the name of Oba of Bini. Oba of Bini have sent us go and do this very protest to make sure people is not deported. You always see Oba of Bini's name, Oba Ewari II, when people want to commit atrocity, dehumanize their co-citizens, go into buying of people. Go and talk buying of people. That's why you see the name. We have never seen any of his name say it's a blessing. No, it's not a blessing to anybody. If they want to let the squad against what government did not do well, now Oba send us. Look at it. For how long will you guys keep on defending this stupidity? I guess Moses was also given free time to deliver every messages to Pharaoh. He said, "Thus said the Lord of hosts, let my people go." But Pharaoh did not let them to go. Pharaoh did not let them to go. I cannot write right now. Pharaoh didn't let them to go. After it had managed, when God had shown him a lot of signs, shown him a lot of wind, and that's okay, go. But when he come to his mind again, no, who are we now going to start using for slavery? Who are we now going to start using for this hard job? Who are we now going to start using for whatever? Now, let me tell you for 2 minutes. It may not be pleasant to so many of us. The first Pharaoh that signed a deal with Joseph, don't buy. Joseph himself don't buy. It was another Pharaoh that came to the throne that subjected the children of Israel to bondage. The first Pharaoh were not hard, were not harsh on them. When the second one now came, after ascending to the throne, the coronation, he found out that the children of Israel were doing well. In military, they were commander. In engineering, they were commander. In law, they were commander. In everything, they were commander. Now, do you know what comes to his mind? He said, on a very good day, when we have problem with other neighboring tribes, that are the see country, now tribe that they see that time. These people will join them to fight us, the Egyptians. What we are going to do right now, we are going to subject them onto slavery. It was that same Pharaoh who can later take over, subject the children of Israelites to a lot of pains and agony, that puts a band that any male child born of the Hebrew, which is the Israelite, they go buy them because they don't want me, they can't be born again. So that may not come be say, man, on a very good day now, the fit join our enemy fight us. Now that time, now Moses mama take give birth to Moses. When they take born to women, now that time they take stop slavery. They were the one that fight against slavery. Now we are not the one that will restore the land. It's all about restoration here. You have heard the story before. Mama can't go buy basket, put Moses inside. It sounds very ridiculous. Now, if our activism is not powerful, why are they calling for meetings here and there? They said the first, whatever thing they did, I hear from the one of their masterpiece, whether about 28 or so. They later increased it allegedly, but I can only figure it out because I would have documented there's no need. But it was close to 30, the first one they selected, or 30 something, either between 30 and 30 something. Then they found out that okay, even himself was even saying most of the people that they selected are some of them logically may also be the one that is aiding and abetting all these insults upon the palace. Nobody is insulting your palace. We are just speaking the truth. The thing is just that you guys have not heard the truth before in your life. That's why you are pained. Nobody is insulting the palace. People are just speaking the sophisticated truth, which none of you can ever tell him. And this very young man, when he was talking, one of their spokesmen, he said it does not involve in politics. He have never one day visited any politician. Why is your king involving in full-time politics? You see how hypocritical they are. If you are another person, because of your integrity, you hold your integrity, you value your integrity, you don't want to fool yourself or mesmerize yourself around. You choose not to be a politician. But your father, your second God, go into full-time dirty politics. You couldn't tell him. The problem that Edo Elen has today, they are not mad enough to tell their father the truth because they are slaves. Maybe only the son now, the biological son, that is also telling his father the truth. That was why he banned his son for 4 years now. They are not in a good relationship because his son told him the truth. Tell me any person that will ever speak. That's why any small thing or dog, evil when he's making menace and blunder. Tell him to let Idu children go. If we allow Donald Trump come on land, Kasara Masata. There are several ways to resolve problem. At times, if you agree in the law court that you are guilty, you don't want to stress the court. It a minus come on for your age of sentence at times. Instead of 10 years, being that you just agree one, they might give you 5 or 6 years. But if you can't say you are not guilty, then the court keep on sitting, my dear, they will tear down for you complete. There are people who, yes, what they so badly reflected. The judge with his kindness, you go systemize the whatever for him. Pharaoh let the children of Israel go come to some time. But after thinking that they know, he commanded all the chariots, all the horses in the old Egypt, up to Cairo, commanded all of them. He said, may they prepare. He ran after Moses. The same thing about Bini doing today. If you want to have the final say, okay, maybe call the chiefs. Idu Otona, Idu, why are they even not allowing us to be our father name Idu? I can't really get it. Why are they wiping it everywhere? If you are in their midst now, you are a friend to all these aliens. They cannot accept you to say where we do him. They force you to make sure their father also father you. That's where the problem lies. Why not say your Oba, then you do your own? Then maybe worry me. Now I called somebody today, very reputable person. I told the person, the person couldn't reply. He was not laughing. I said, I call our. This is our real greeting. Imagine me greeting you this afternoon where Afiangba Avana or Fuwegba Vana Guwero or Mama Vana Guwero, for example. Now don't look at the joy. Don't look at the energy this thing had to you. And than to say Obava. Now, what if urban name is good and is made for growth and development? Why is Edo alien using it in fighting us? I'll never see anybody say, I will go and call you queen, or I will go and call Sultan Sokoto, or I will call you. Even Osama bin Laden, we are not afraid of him. Osama bin Laden, we are not afraid of him. There is nobody's name that you frightening about Mona apart from urban name. Tell me anybody's name that is used in frightening anybody. Tell me anybody's name that you frightening anybody. You know they. Then you will use such a name that you frightening no one. Then where do you hear about 12 no one? Now, despite say good money to what we have researched, that during the slavery era, after they might have maltreated most of our mothers, fathers, they will just tell them good money. That is to say, you are mourning, good money. You are mourning very well. But they change it to greeting. But to what me and you know, to the consciousness that we carry now, good money means a better money, right? Now, what is Oba doing in nowhere? What is Oba doing in Afan? What is Oba doing in the evening? Now, let's go and check up his life. Why would such a man, his name will be used to greet in the money? If it's a good name, why are they using it to frighten us? Come to Bini now. If you talk, come to Bini. Come to Bini. Why? Because they know that Ogioma would know who we come. Puedo matate cuando tú no quieres morir. Así, now they talking for Spanish. Enrique ducha con fuego. Puedo matarte cuando tú no quieres morir. Oba no Ogioma wu veden we come. Even when you don't want to die. Area for la Pedro hu. E Pedro na ya arion bogu mogu. Pedro was not, the beating of Pedro, even he come to a time when they bulala Jesus. He even say, I hope the cup will pass me by, because the pace was too much. Despite Jesus Christ was spiritually endowed, then he quickly recollect again. Baba God, not my will, let your will be done. Pedro were not feeling the pain. They were beating him because he already having this thing planted in his head, from the crown of his head to the sole of his feet. Where he all those names where they call. Yet they still went and locked him up because it's not a name you are trapped to even call in your life. Pharaoh is not better. Every one of us that have prayed the name of Pharaoh, where every Pharaoh in your life, bad and chain. It should be chained to about every baship in your life, or biasm in your life. You should pray against it. Look, let them come and explain it. They will not. They want to use that is fear to. Donald Trump is the strongest man in the world, but people say, do you know since Sowore have been insulting Donald Trump? Do you think they are not seeing him? They look at it as a freedom of speech. Do you know since Asari Tokunbo have been insulting American army? They leave him because it's freedom of speech. Do you know since Gumi, Gumi can just throw mad. At the end of the day, he's not a terrorist sympathizer. They not go see arrest him. Very me say no leader in my bogbe. A big mogbe Queen of England. Have you ever one day see they arrested me? The fee is a freedom of people. But if all of you is going to the Queen's Palace, Beckham Palace to go and take gifts. Queen may not give to me. Maybe I'll call you. Are you not the one that insulting me? Then what are you doing in my palace? You want to come and take rice? Go away. I will not give to you. Okay, now let's systematically look about it. What these people are listening, doing, for those of you that is calling for peace, that just every video anybody is saying, the no matter which one is not truth inside. I see him as a man that is incompetent to be a king. Share this video with him. He knows me by my name. Now, if they don't know me by my name, what are they saying Okara of running before? Why are they mobilizing for peace deal? And who are you holding the peace deal with? They're doing, they are tired. What we do, we know how to cheat. We cheat nonsense out of you. Even the few pages in here, we are still managing it. I will want to damn the honor or we listen to this very message from this very wonderful perspective. I think it's very fun. We're going to hear music in IUI. I'm not saying it because I'm a coward. I think of the life that we lose anytime we fight. Listen and be blessed. Just listen and be blessed, you know. Just listen and be blessed. Jarastafara Selassie man. Hire. So let me Mariana Bozo here. Where you between? I am not saying this because I make a war, but I'm thinking of the line that we lose anytime we fight. Killing innocent people, women and children, yeah. Let us see there. Edo Alien will learn how to listen to the truth and digest it. They are calling for peace deal. Peace what? Peace deal. Before you start calling for peace deal, any of this person will dehumanize. Even started from this ZOMBI in Germany. What can I tender apology? Okay, there's one attend peace. There are no peace for the wicked. Or Isaiah 48 verse 22. You ask, who have it only a bonner? But Bible wa muye church. Why we don't your pan? People will always say you have to respect your king. Respect who? Honor are given to those that deserve it. Our ancestors never told us that wa gino weho. E bono we no wa gino weho. No wako wa Ghana. A man that doesn't mean well for you people. Who have signed whatever to sign. No way. Palace have never one day, the way they rush out to Lagos on Okuku, they are never one day rush out to Lagos on people kidnapping. Is there no king in Uromi, in Asian land? What are they doing about the insecurity? Ekpoma today, people are now migrating away from Ekpoma. And the governor, the useless governor, is from Esa. Then what? Let's even assume you are not related to Ronegbe. Why can't you also? What does it take to protect the people? What does it take to protect the people? Now the houses you have been destroying, useless Okpewolo, it's because our people are not really ready. If you want to start fighting for freedom, a man is supporting it, then you start bringing them to book. Don't use your strength to start fighting for Uduatie Bobelan. You people have major problem. Agenda 2030 river. Wagwan Kane. Calamity on the Wagwan Kane. So let the people go. Any of you know any? I guess that this very boy, I don't want to mention those boys' name. Even this very boy, when he did his marriage, they also cursed him because he used Adaveben to be dancing. According to what he said he made a vow 2016. Yeah, you learn. It was not a vow just, okay, I promised I'll go fight for the palace. That's why none of them fighting for the palace today that can go back. People like Midget, people like this Omobog in Germany, people like this one who can fraudulent or whatever before. This guy cut his wound down, name it, all of them. They cannot go back. Our young Vembo. They cannot go back. Ayan you learn. I think he just said it's 34 years. When I only have 50 years here. You use all your life on 20. For 10 years you have been lying. 10 years you have been lying. Telling fake stories. This was the same palace that sold slaves. When the British, the Portuguese, they came. A Bini city in here, why was it called city of blood? This is what you are protecting. Why was it called city of blood? And who were those people that walk by? No way, no. Ni agbele ni atuwa mwano gbinane goena. Who were the people that walk by? Do you think the palace have been righteous? The highest level of criminality in Asumo is that Bini Palace there. Where Eden was murdered out of his will just to restore the palace. I will tell you about you, huh? Okay, why you the Oba today not doing a proactive measure, set up a military whatever? When I go back see me now, when I kill the bonema, you know, they become a bush rocker to clear road to farm for our mothers, our fathers, and our brothers and sisters. They did not. Now tell me the essence of we should be happy today that everyone has waited and the children, they are still dying because of you guys' negligence. The Wahenta Oba is not the state governor, but he has strength to why you guys are protecting it. Even to how the Edo saw the Oba, his power is bigger than the one of the governor. He's more respected than the governor. Now, what's he doing there? Open up your live video, come and tell us the use of Oba. Like honeybee. We know that honeybee is the sad person. But forget about the bad person. But in another way, the economic importance of a honeybee, you get honey from it. Let even assume, okay, the ruggedity of Oba, I to say, this very word is made for the invaders, not for the children. None of this frightening word that is made for the invader, it is made for the acclaimed useless zombie children. Even the people that only want make a dollar to be happy. The very day they don't see anybody in Saudi Arabia, they don't even know whether they have sicknesses, they have headache. Only what makes a dollar happy. Don't just talk to the Arabia. They can even sacrifice their head and give to you. We are one Mogu. They don't know whether they have problem. Even a woman that newly miscarried. On our video, what you talk about winner. In my data more dating and miscarry. If somebody that is facing calamity, he just went through Kirofa, another one he made the operation Ladian. Ona mi bati ebono bagge. Ate mi no no mausi. Yenge no yak bagbe sef. A station where warwan. That's how foolish they become. Very useless set of people. Imagine how we are here. They don't look at action. They don't look at motive behind whatever thing you are doing. They only check out the action. He talked to Oba. How did I talk to Oba? No, we are war. Now, if we are talking about leadership on how a king was supposed to be behaving, Oma for the category of a good king. That's why I've said several times with Oba. Pharaoh is more better. That's a born a Pharaoh. Esuira gona. Emana gona wa esu. Una do bobi, if you are really working for devil and you follow the command wa so wa lele ti umoguna ti onana, you know, you are not supposed to be having security in your own state. That is not kagere we wan lele. So they told us in the Bible that I have to own. Devil does not kill his own. He protects all his own. He will only buy you when you are not meeting up to expectations. These people right now, if they have calamity tomorrow, the palace will not, they are never even want to be to the palace. And they can never even see the Oba before they buy. Apart from me, we can't cause them and say, this year they must see Oba. And Oba don't see Oba now. If Oba don't see Oba, what is the peace deal about? Let me just play you part of the move they are making right now. For you guys to believe. But I didn't pray before now. If I played before now, I would have no area to center the video to. But let me just forward you as soon as you start playing right now. So that you just listen to one or two, whatever. Maybe if we are lucky, we may start playing it.
Guys, the Venezuela military representatives have released an official statement.
Go down first.
All beautiful Edo sons and daughters all over all over the legal. I don't see money as quite. When you do not bring the problem to the table, you will not get solution.
Yeah, this is the guy talking.
That we brought some of these people strategically to join so that
now, this very thing is saying right now that maybe, I don't really know, maybe they are beginning to see it in those ones face that they are not really happy with what's happening. Because a lot of them, I can say where 80% of the chiefs that are there, they are forced out of their will. Imagine you are in a kingdom, whatever thing Oba say the final, you cannot, even when you dream and see that calamity is coming, you can't say it. You can't say it. Apart from the soothsayer, they know. Even when the soothsayer, those days, if you go there, before now, those days, if you go do jazz for them as a native doctor, they go buy you. You don't feel comfortable. Me, if you not go do the jazz for another person. That's what they do. One of the most wicked kingdom in the world. A lot of you don't know. Before God gave people like us the grace to talk about the shit they are doing, it was not an easy journey. Then let's play the deal.
Status of Bini Kingdom that he intends to achieve this year, 2026. And I have realized that we cannot achieve some of these brilliant ideas that some of us have in uplifting our kingdom if there is no peace and if there is no unity.
Now, who is giving the calamity? Who is giving? I don't really know, because I would have just searched out the people that have been appointed for this peace deal. I think they appointed the first time about 30, before they now make it up to about 60 something. Now, who are they sitting with? Did they want to start buying people? Or they want to carry war abroad? Any of them are not like Spain, but don't win. No one that is going out of all of you. If the world want to end, let it end. I to have a shower, you work borrow. A bow feeling, Nena. A bow feeling. Who my people holding this peace deal with? When I become a Russia president and a Ukraine president. Wow, the peace deal. May I forward on some?
That they'll have any moral rights to tell us that in Maona and Mamuyoto, because we have given them the responsibility to fix this land and they fail to fix it. Is it now when the thing is not about going to their own side that they want to fix it?
It's too late. You can't fix it. You can't fix it. Go and check the book of Proverbs 14 verse 34. Or where righteousness exalts a nation and sin is a reproach. What is righteousness? Right standing. But it's very dehydrating that the tradition you guys feel you want to protect, that most of those useless aliens and the zombies are always talking about want to protect our tradition. Very useless tradition. That is the tradition is too horrific. The tradition is too xenophobic. Too xenophobic. Righteousness is right standing. Imagine this very young boy. He said he started with 24 years. 10 years he have used in lying. 10 years. Manipulating history. Just to feast up their status quo. For how long are we going to continue in this mess? This is not the best way things are run. Tell your people, tell your Bible to tell the people the truth. And the people you guys are castigating, they are not the problem. A society where the truth is being denied from being speaking or from being spoken, that society will not go. It's a righteousness exalt. It's in that Proverbs 14 verse 34. It's a righteousness exalt a nation. That's why that the same Isaiah 60 verse 12. He said, any nation or any kingdom that refuse to serve his people, so that nation will perish. Be that the Oba of Bini kingdom I refuse to serve the people. They are all managing. It's like the slavery era. You can't bend. During slavery, you can't even drink water. The slavery of before is worse than the one of now is worse than of before. This modern day slavery. Only what we are the damaging they feel we are causing right now because we are now opening people's eyes. There was a video I did. How they turn they turned it to Obowe, or Funweba Vanaguero, they turned it to Obava, or Funwebo Tanaguero, they turned it to Obota. Do you know that video? Nowhere you know it. Somebody from a very local village said down, come give person for abroad. He said, who be that man? Mama tell him video. They know not saying the change they put in people's brain. That's why now they are running a task at they want to go see your cabo. We no cabo TV. And call me. We will not sit down for peace deal. The life of our people must be better. After all, Jesus Christ and we worship you right now. A lot of you right now, we look more you turn. We prepare Bible while you turn. We prepare Sunday school this thing while you turn. Because of a man at the age of 33 years. Jesus Christ ministry lasted for 3 years. 40 years, what have you gained? You still believe that one man is God. But come on, anything you can't get from him. That's the higher dubiosity as far as this life is concerned. Such a person will never live a state with a state of categorical species. A state of where we are. In short, it's in a state of name. I have a favor. State of where we are. Nothing you do that work. Ubi okay, like state of Lodiba. How we want to survive all this nonsense. Now they leave the very major problem. They want to start fighting empty here. Even they cannot even relate it to the other. Look at the resolution. Even when the ancestors even speak, now okay. Just say we are putting this message here right now. Ibaba talk by Ianimajo when we Miami or so and so or Kawa Teven or said they will because of that thing that woman or that man just said because he speak the truth that let the children of Idu go. They might even buy him. All the prophecy must be on the advantage. If at all it's not the advantage, how many persons will fit back to take reverse? That's why you just see at time automatic buying what is one. God go don't lead on themselves. They say yeah level when they don't let over boy. If the buying that is happening, if 99% of it is not that because the PALAC blood, when they don't over boy. A lot of you do not even know why a lot of things trigger. Una the Kano, there was something he said. He said that he do land our side so. He said there is something unique about that place. Every man has said to a peace in Nigeria. That's why our Department of War, they should be aware and concentrate immediately. We want result before this year ending. Man, we don't want to more delay. If you know you are part and parcel of our Department of War, put all hands to be on deck to make sure liberation. So that liberation will also come to Imo State, Anambra, Katsina, Uyo, Bounty, Yola. So that it will spread around. A lot of you think it's a joke or it's just a normal broadcast. No, it's not a normal broadcast. We are telling you how it is. Go and verify it. You want to call for peace deal. Do you know most of these chiefs may have the solution? Which man they want to go tell you, Baba? Say give na away. Do you know the whole chiefs, let's say 2,000 chiefs, may get a resolution, a solution to this very problem of Sonona. They cannot present it to him. Rather, instead of them to tell him, well, do this thing by yourself or speak this thing by yourself, they better go into human mind to reverse it instead of them to use their normal head and do it. That's what they do. Ask your father that is a king there. Guillermo Basse. This is what all these aliens promoted. Guillermo Basse. Oya Mukbewo Lore. Guillermo Basse. Oya Kemari Abuja. Ona Usaloba. Two things. Oba have evolved this. Oba Eware the second of Bini. He said, God brought Tinubu. Is God bring Tinubu? Nigerians should exercise patience. Nothing is working today. It's calamity upon everywhere is not calamitous. After some time, his ancestors brought insecurity. He brought moron. He brought governor who shut down e-government. He brought a governor who put the state in darkness. His ancestor brought a governor who reversed a door back as if we are seeing Nazis. Even Nazis don't say we are better. During the time of the British era. All the motto of the school like Egosa Grammar School, Technical School, Baptist High School, all those schools were built by the British. See, the state finally get to their hand, nothing is working. Nothing is working because they don't want it to work. Imagine December, not be darkness, therefore do a mikbo. Because they don't want the state to be better. Now, why would Obaseki set up a template that would make the city, you want to make it a better city? It can't work. Nothing Obaseki started. They reverse everything. Tell me now one thing Okpewolo is raising, apart from flyover. Now I know people take the campaign to the flyover. But the life of the people is not protected. Are we not supposed to be better now? At least, as he made a better security outfit, he will add more to it. Okay, we are going to measure our security, be that these kidnappers, they are using AK-47 assault rifle. We are going to give all our vigilante, train them AK-49 assault rifle, or even bazooka, for example. I'm just giving instances to make sure the security outfit is elevated, rather than they crumbled everything. They crumbled everything. During Obaseki, be frank and sincere, was the state as worst like this when it comes to insecurity? It was not at worst. Now you have to first go for protest. The governor you voted for, even ancestors were supposed to be the one pushing the governor. You have to first go on protest to go and tell him they are cleaners. If they don't know that they kill you. Now, our palace country, they know say one few. It's not through Oracle they get it to. They know they know your pains. They don't just want to mind you. On a note, you have to know that you have to go for protest. They are cleaners, you have to go for protest. Go and look at Ekboma today now. Everybody outside. Okay, let's even assume the governor no know. The traditional ruler not still know, maybe they go tell the governor. Have you seen emergency meeting now? This was one thing about Obaseki, whatever. Before you know, Obaseki don't call for security meeting. Or they call for security meeting. But they are not giving accolade to Okpewolo because they detro say Nambe Court is not the key. Now because they even do the fight where they happen, they collect blood from their mouth now. Agbuhu ya konya yetin with sagin Nambe can. That's why they find any avenue. Gisagin come, they can't come. Yeah, we munu kan we aragbon. A lot of you think this is just for saying sick. And you boile. Do asaga apiri. Your brain is done. Your 2030 is the thought is a joke. All hand is on deck. The one you can do, you do it. Let the Idu children go. Let them go. You keep them for too long. 800 something years, nothing is working. All our father, they lamented. Do you know how many people die? You are living, does not have liberty. Imagine all Edo alien, the zombies. No one ever want to open up a live video and say, when we born it, that whatever thing your father does is right. Why are you always telling God you are going to go to your children's church tomorrow and pray? Even when God have said, where you might say, you still be asking God, God bless me, send me this. You'll be asking, even your character don't deserve a man that you are praying for. God will never want to slap your mouth and say you don't deserve it. He allow you to pray. but they cannot even express their grievance on how they feel. No traditional ruler now will be called to order, particularly when it's your friend. Look at the notion they brought one time now. If you talk to any chief, if you beg your back, you back him, you back belu wawagmo, you back be there. No, do you have a Spanish king that your king they bow with fire? Maybe my own and mazeg mina igbo if you turn. Then maybe you want to now start speaking. Men will look at what no translator where my king bow with fire. What he was telling me, threatening me with. Idu Childr. That's what it means in Spanish. For those of you that live in Spain, translate this very thing in German, in Finnish, in Norway. Translate to your children that your king bow with fire. But the same king that bow with fire, no emergency security meeting yet. Puedo matate to no kere mori. The same is subject. Am I me full no pano egbe? Woke arrive that worry. Obana wa pronouncing ya na hulu. Agwo basi na mwe full no pa de woke. Iya na rape yima. Unwenwa no wa muye captivity. Or to una mosi oba this year. Or ogbu wa we ogbu wa ota. Tell your king, let the children of it do go. It's going to be too calamitous. Your peace deal is too late. Read my lips. Our Department of War is ever ready. Jara Stafara Selassie. Hire.